Hey everybody, this is Alzorath and welcome to GamerFi. Today we're taking a look at Invisible Ink. It's still an alpha, but you may have also seen it before as Incognita. They've been doing a lot of updates in this. In fact, they have done an update since the time I did my test runs on it. So yeah, they've added this thing up in the top right that says floor 2 reached over last 1 runs. If you go to stats right here, you can see that it's only counting that one right there. I have played through about 3 times. I have failed 3 times, but I've gotten to floor 3 pretty easily. It's getting that final objective that is a bit tough because the first 2 levels are just get to the exit and get as many resources as possible along the way, whereas the 3rd floor is generally your goal floor where you go in and you try and accomplish a goal, the goal of the entire mission. Now, you have a little research section here that is not complete because it is currently alpha. There's 2 buildings that are not currently available. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but we can recruit new teams. I have the cleaners unlocked already with my research points. And you have the engineering center, which gets you various items, and you can train new skills. So, not bad, but not great either. So, we can actually, hopefully this will be expanded in the final version of the game. And you can level the stuff up. I have not gotten the research points to do that, so maybe that unlocks additional things, which in case it would be awesome, which means it would work just fine. Nothing really interesting on this main screen, so let's go ahead and go to the new game thing. Currently I have 2 teams unlocked. We've got the cleaners, which are red, which you can just click on them and it'll give you a bunch of information about their abilities and their stats and their skills and stuff like that. And you have Shalem. I assume that's how you pronounce it. And it gives you a pretty nice rundown of what they can do and what they're strong and weak at. For example, the Acme Agency lacks firepower, whereas the cleaners lack kind of a stealth aspect. It really depends on your playstyle. Personally, I like Acme Agency, simply because I like being stealthier, and I have XCOM for the kind of brutal stuff. I don't really need this one for that. But let's go ahead and click Accept, and we'll see what mission we get. The text is a little bit small on my screen because I have this windowed at 720p on a higher res monitor than that. But it'll give you a quick rundown of basically what you're expected to run into in the mission. You can't choose your mission, which kind of makes me a little bit frustrated. You might be able to cancel and go back in. Yeah, it'll go to other ones. Let's see if we can get one that's not absolutely going to be just destroying us. This one will probably destroy us, but we'll go ahead and go into it and I'll give you a rundown of how the game actually plays. We have been inserted into the complex. Okay, we are basically infiltrating various institutions, if you will, to try and accomplish various goals. Usually it's an information-based thing, but the mechanics are very much based around stealth. There's even a peek mechanic, which is very important to being successful. For example, I'm standing right in front of this door. I can peek through the door, and I'll see that there's some consoles over here, and I'll see that there's various things that I can reach in there, and the up arrows point to the next area. I can even see that there's a security camera there that is currently off. Now, before I run up there, I kind of want to run over to this door and peek out it as well, see what I have access to. Now, I could just run straight for the up floor, but there are things that you want to unlock on each level, such as some safes, which will get you more resources for the final level. And it seems like everyone is a prep up to that final thing. Now, on each turn, you can also use a kind of map called the mainframe. It'll pop you in here and you can see various things. Currently there's not too much on it, but whenever you start getting really into a level, you'll see that there are going to be cameras that you can hijack and safes that you have to break the firewall on and stuff like that. It's all about the hacking and the stealth. So let's go ahead and get Dr. Peddler up here. Let's get him moved. I want to run silent though, so let's go ahead and use his sneak ability, because I don't want him setting off alarms. Let's go. Oh, I don't have enough movement points to peek. So let's go ahead and end turn. Each turn is kind of cycles, so you'll have turn-based effects. You'll have little audio effects here showing where you heard movement and where you can see people moving as well. Let's go ahead and peek out and see if we can see him. Yeah. That guy, not someone you want to run across. I don't know where he... Oh, he's patrolling back the next turn. So that is all right by me. We're going to go ahead and hijack these to get some CPUs. We don't want to move because, as you can see by the blue under me, that's kind of a... It basically indicates that this guy is moving with noise, whereas this guy has yellow, which means he moves with stealth. So we can move out here and peek around the corner, and no one can hear him and be the wiser. Still can't see anything really worth getting, so let's go ahead and get this pass card, just because it is useful, and they only work for that floor, so kind of have to be aware of that, but they are good little tricks that you can pull. So let's go ahead and click next turn, I believe is what I want to do. Can't really scan much, so don't want to make noise. Now, you may have noticed threat level thing is going up. Now, as this goes up, the level will get harder. So if you spend too long on a level getting all these things, you're going to run in a little bit of difficulty. You probably will die because more security comes on board, more cameras come online, more anti-U measures come online. So yeah, you're pretty much out of luck if it gets too bad. Can I hijack from there? No, I cannot, but I can sneak over to it. Boop. Now, the reason I'm getting all of these CPU points is because I want to open up safes, and that's pretty much an easy and only way to do it. So let's go ahead and run over here. We are seeing that there is a red highlighted area, which means they can see us. So let's go ahead and peek through the door. Still nothing that I can really show you the firewall mechanic on. Maybe I should go to the next floor and risk getting horribly murdered, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to be horribly murdered. Okay. Let's go ahead and move back up here while we're still stealthed. And next turn. Now I am going to let this threat level go all the way up so you can actually figure out what it does. But let's go ahead and get up here and see if we can see what's causing this issue. Okay, that is a turret. I haven't run across one of those before. Okay. We're going to... Let's try the power supply. So we can hijack the turret. I think it'll allow us to take control of it, in fact. But we want to turn the turret off. Because we don't want to die. Those things can get pretty nasty pretty fast. Let's peek. Yeah, he's standing right there. Don't want anything to do with that. That is just one big old bag of nope. But we do want to end up just getting out of here. But that's how the hijack mechanic works. There's a lot of different things you can take control of, such as cameras, which I have a feeling we're going to see this turn. As the threat level goes up, additional cameras activated. Did it activate the one in here? Yes, it did. Now, if we hijack it, we now have control of it. And this is a vending machine, which is basically one of the places you can spend your credits. You can also spend it on the ping ability, which will distract opponents. So let's go ahead and get into quiet mode. We need to sneak. And let's get up here and just escape while he's not looking. Zoop! And we'll get this guy caught up. Normally, I would go for a safe by now. But yeah, I don't see that really happening just yet. Let's close the door next turn so he can't see up here. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. You try and get to the exit on these first few levels. But the last floor, which hopefully I can get to, kind of... Here, let's go ahead and click next turn so he'll walk back the other way. Kind of gives you kind of a unique objective depending on which mission you took. So we're going to go ahead and go up. We're not going to get any bonuses for exploration, but we didn't kill anybody, so we get a bonus for that. If we would have unlocked safes, we would have gotten more experience and leveled up, which if I know it, it's going to end up just having a temporary level up because I have leveled these guys up in missions before. It doesn't really carry over mission to mission, I don't think, unless you're maybe successful. I don't know. So let's go ahead and click next floor, and I will try and get up relatively quickly. Okay, now we're done with floor 2. I probably just fast forwarded through the footage. That, or I just skipped it entirely. It was rather uneventful. I just knocked out a guard. So let's go ahead and go to the next floor. And this is when you're going to get a bit of a unique mission, and I'll explain some of the weird things that you might have noticed. Now, whenever this menu overlaps with that one, it doesn't really give you a second row. Instead, it just gets an awkward little click zone that you have to fight with. That needs to be kind of remedied before it goes out of alpha. I'd just switch it so it goes to 2 rows if it gets too long. That would be ideal. But on this one, you may have noticed that the objective changes from find the exit to find aura virus in a safe. This has been an objective for me before, so I'm kind of used to it. You just have to go through and search through all the safes. The mainframe is very useful in this, as is Dr. Peddler's little scanning wireless emitter thing, because you have to crack the safe using the mainframe ability. Now, there is a guy who's going to walk up in here, which sucks for me. He's not going to come all the way in, but he's going to stop right there. That's what the little white arrows mean. I don't know how I know that he's going to be doing that, but it is useful knowledge. Let's go ahead and pick up items. Boop. Hijack that, and hide back behind the corner. Now, I'm going to ultimately fail this one, probably, most likely. But what's going to happen is I'll just end up getting so many threat levels that so many things will swarm me, and I will die. Now, if I'm successful, that'll be an entirely different thing, but I'm really enjoying this game, and I think I've given you a good taste of the gameplay of it. It reminds me, like I said, of XCOM meets Metal Gear Solid. You have stealth, you have a little bit of killing, you don't really want to go gung-ho into the field, because you will get kind of overwhelmed and slaughtered. Because if there's a lot of alerts, your threat level goes up faster and more guys show up quicker. And a lot of bad things start happening, such as heavy security guards coming in en masse. But if you guys like it, be sure to check it out on Steam. There is a link down in the description to it. And be sure to drop a like and share it with your friends if you think they might enjoy it. This has been Alzorath with another episode of GamerFi. Keep gaming, have fun. Peace out. Bye. Hey everybody, this is Alzorath with a little bit of a additional bit of footage here at the end. I ended up beating that mission instead of getting totally massacred, and you do just move on to another company to infiltrate and take over their basically corporation, and you get to keep all the team members that you found. So rescuing those guys, a little bit useful, as well as leveling up. I imagine these levels are going to be a bit harder than the initial ones, but there are some easy kind of corporations to infiltrate. The one I was in is actually one of the more middle of the ground kind of ones. But yeah, this has been a little footnote to the GamerFi, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye.